We have the cameras on the Jazz team bus pulling into the arena. Welcome to 2K Sports Live Saturday night coverage of the NBA. Thanks for tuning in. And our broadcast team tonight, Greg Anthony here to my left and Steve Smith to my right. And the Hall of Famer David Aldridge along the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, thanks very much, guys. Of course, the NBA has had some legendary trash talkers. But Damian Lillard says it's not really a verbal assault like it used to be. In this era, it's more gestures. From the watch your head to the too small or rock the baby to Trae Young's theatrical bows, players have their ways of sending a message. Kevin?
And the message usually received, DA. Thank you. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Holmgren is out there with Okongwu. Then there's Jordan Poole. Then there's Williamson. And it's Conley in at the point. And for Portland, they've got Batum. And Fernie Simon's out there with LeBron James. Then there's Whiteside. And it's George in at the 3, the small forward. And Greg, we're still very early in the season. What are these teams right now doing to maintain success through the year?
Well, this is the time for coaches to experiment with lineup combinations. And for the players, it's important they learn each other's tendencies and try and work on building chemistry.
Now, here's Simons. Turned in an outstanding game against Brooklyn. Rocket 6 pulls up on the wing. Rebounded by the Jazz. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, and I think the perimeter game is what helped them in that one. Consistent from out beyond the arc.
We talk a lot about shot selection, and we saw why. You want to avoid empty possessions.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Now here's LeBron. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn. A shot by Batum, no good. And it's Utah's ball. Poole kicks to Conley. Here's Williamson.
Wow! I can't believe that one.
That was incredible.
With the reputation of a highlight reel dunker, Zion's always ready to put on a show.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. The 3 from George. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Conley against James. Conley dishes to Holmgren. Williamson looking it over. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Now here's Holmgren. Defense is right there. Pass to Williamson. 6 to shoot. Going inside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And as incredible as Zion Williamson has been and is, the big problem, Greg, is keeping him ready to play. His health.
And there have been all sorts of opinions chiming in on whether he can play at a high weight. But the bottom line is something needs to happen to keep him healthy. He's lost too much time early in his career.
Zion Williamson has a very unique game and body. When you look at him on the floor, what do the optics, Steve, tell you about him?
Well, my eyes tell me he's like Shaq, the big diesel, because few guys in NBA history can just out-muscle their opponents. Skill-wise, at that size, he is one of one.
George sinks it from just inside the baseline. George has got 5.
Facing up from mid-range, George could have tried to drive, but takes what the defense gives him.
LeBron against Conley. Poole, the pass to Okongwu. And there it is for him.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's LeBron. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, G8, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin, but give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
The Jazz working the ball around now.
And Holmgren possesses sky-high potential. His length and versatility making him such an intriguing prospect. A unique type of player. Chet with great length and skill. But the keys to reaching his potential will be durability and improving his strength.
Hey, Greg, Holmgren is thin, but as we both know, he's very tough.
He's aggressive and willing to take contact at both ends. He's also strong mentally. Can't wait to see what the future holds for this young man.
A nice shot by LeBron.
That's the right strategy. Get the ball to LeBron. Let him go to work.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Utah Jazz. Trailing by 2. Passes it to Holmgren. Poole with it. Three-pointer. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Simons kicks to Whiteside. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And it's off from three-point range. The Jazz have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Poole finds Conley. Holmgren at the elbow. Williamson against George. That's good from Williamson on the assist by Holmgren. Williamson's got his second basket. Simons the pass to Batum. Whiteside dishes to LeBron. Shoots from the right block. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Inside, James can really carve the defense apart. His strength makes him such a tough cover.
Pass to Williamson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 6 points for Zion Williamson.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
From deep, George. And Holmgren pulls it down. The Jazz have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Dishes to Conley. Poole, the pass to Holmgren. Back to Poole. Shoots over Simons. Here's Holmgren. Again, the Jazz score.
And guys, you can't allow Holmgren to gain confidence from the mid-range. He'll burn you when you give him those looks.
Simons against Poole. Inside. Whiteside, good.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Now Conley. Really played well against Phoenix in his last outing. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game. It's Okongwu, top of the key. Williamson kicks to Conley. 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range, and it's Williamson missing. Portland's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Here's Simons. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And it's George missing.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story. Inconsistent with his offense.
James against Conley. Three-pointer. A three-pointer is right on target. Poole's got his second bucket of the night.
Finding a man wide open, Mike Conley does an exceptional job of leading this team.
And this is some serious showmanship. Loving that tomahawk right there.
Greg, he came with force, and that's not just about getting 2 points. That was sending, I think, a message. Now, here's Poole. Another key contributor to that nice win against Phoenix. Conley finds Poole. A three-pointer off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Simons with the ball. He's been producing a fair amount of offense night in and night out as he's averaging 14 points a game. The Jazz have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Conley dishes to Holmgren. Poole against Whiteside. Poole no good.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
And you know there aren't many teams with a more dedicated fan base than Utah's. The Jazz fans are behind their team no matter what.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Then for the Jazz, Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Holmgren. Little comes in for Zion Williamson. And Anthony subbed in for Jordan Poole. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. It's always striking, Greg, to see the bond between the Jazz team and their followers.
Well, when you're the only game in town, people take the team to heart. And we see it in cities like Portland and San Antonio as well. The fans form that attachment to their team.
Now here's Powell. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Lays it up off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 1.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Nice ball movement by Utah. There's a screen. Anthony, the pass to Okongwu. Back to Anthony. There's the pass to Little. Thompson sets the pick for Conley. The Jazz again can't hit it. And for Portland, they're shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. McConnell, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Here's Anthony. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Portland leading by 3. Here's Powell. Thompson with the rebound. Utah's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Conley scanning the floor. He feeds it to Okongwu. Bucket is good.
He is so good in pick and roll. When the defense plays up on him, he burns them with the pass.
Pass to Burks. Driving to the basket. He kicks to Powell. Anthony against Powell. Rebound, Utah. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland.
And they rolled over this team last season, beating them every time they faced off.
Yeah, these two teams haven't changed that much, so I wouldn't be surprised if they run the table on them again.
Detman with the block.
The 7'4" wingspan of Detman, hard to get your shot over that.
And here's McConnell. Pass to Powell. Deep. From beyond the arc and then some. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
Anthony finds Conley. Thompson, a screen on McConnell. Conley for three. Powell pulls it in. Portland leading by 4. 1:31 left in the first quarter. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Nasir Little picks one up.
A part of this team's toughness comes from Norman Powell, unafraid to stick his nose in there.
The free throw drops for Powell. Smitty, you can tell Norman Powell has worked very hard at his game.
You know, he just wants to excel at whatever assignment he's given. Kevin, he once said, I've been in every single role on a team, from bench guy to starter, so he knows how to give you value anywhere on the floor.
And so Powell nails both of them.
Norman Powell is a veteran in this league. He plays to his strengths and rarely tries to force things.
Conley up top. He's covered by McConnell. Conley kicks to Little. Off target from outside. Portland leading by 6. 1:04 left in the first quarter. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. You can't get that one. The Jazz go the other way with it. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The screen from Thompson. And here's Anthony from the arc. And Thompson throws it down.
The unbelievable effort. Thompson, a dedicated warrior on the offensive glass.
McConnell passes to Dedmon. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Powell. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Anthony against Burks. Anthony looking it over. Out to the right wing. Fires the 3. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Right now, it's their passing game, and it's been on point, doing a great job of moving it around and getting the ball to their shooters.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. They've got Holmgren. Zion Williamson is out there with Little. Then there's Cole Anthony. And it's Poole in at the 2. Floats it up for Williamson.
Defensively, you have to account for Zion at all times. You know he's looking to score.
Now, here's Burks. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. James kicks to Batum. Powell sets a screen for Burks. No good on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Poole the pass to Williamson. Now here's Holmgren. Williamson trying to free himself up. Holmgren gets the bucket. Holmgren's got 5 points so far. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Feeds it to James. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Nicholas Batum making the resourceful play, gifting the ball to a ready shooter instead of forcing something.
James against Anthony. Passed a little. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Powell's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And there's the pass to Burks. Now George. 23 points his last outing. Braun right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's the 3. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Jazz trail by 4. Pass to Poole. Jazz passing it around. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And after several playoff runs, the Portland Trailblazers, Smitty, decided to shake things up.
The decision to deal key role players shows they wanted a change in direction. They felt like their team needed some changes, but it looks like they still are aiming to remain competitive.
That's good from Poole. Greg, we know the league's cracking down on those dangerous plays that risk a player's health. Why was that less of a focus when you play?
That's a great question. I think it's smarter to approach the game this way. We don't want to have unnecessary injury because of guys maybe just taking it a little too far with the physicality.
Anytime you watch the Jazz, you have to think back to those great Utah teams of the 80s and 90s. They easily could have won a few rings.
George with the bucket.
You need guys who can stretch the floor or the offense doesn't flow. Paul George is one of the best at it.
Outside Anthony. Here's Williamson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on LeBron James. Maybe even more than a few. And Smitty, it seems hard to believe those Jazz didn't win a title or two.
Kevin, well, if it wasn't for a player named Michael Jordan, they probably would have. Those Stockton, Malone Jazz teams ran into Jordan twice in the finals when he was at the peak of his career.
Whiteside's checked in for the Trailblazers.
Man, Zion Williamson is different. A big man who possesses incredible explosiveness and power.
Now here's Williamson. He's got 9. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Utah Jazz. On Monday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Wednesday, they'll go back home and they'll be hosting the Detroit Pistons.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Now here's LeBron. 8 points for him. Right side a screen. James with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Becoming a more complete player. Whiteside ready to catch there off the roll.
Passes to Little. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Anthony in the corner. The feed to Little. 8 feet away. And they recover it. Williamson double team. And here's Poole for 3. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
Nice to see Williamson spot the open man. He has awareness and ability as a passer.
Outside Batum. Here's George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Nasir Little picks one up.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Well, over the last couple seasons, Smitty, Paul George has shown growth as a playmaker.
He has, Kevin. He's gotten much better at reading the defense and looking for the best shot available, whether it comes from him or a teammate. It shows in his assist numbers.
And the Jazz call time here. An opportunity here to bring up a list of players that have been carrying their teams offensively for the last 10 games. The highest scoring small forwards in the league. Fourth, LeBron James.
I mean, tremendously gifted athletically. I mean, we're used to seeing that at that spot on the floor, and they pretty much all give astonishing individual performances on any given night.
The small forward position is traditionally a lot of scoring from that position. These fellas carry on that tradition.
And Anthony's got the ball here for the Jazz. It's a three-point game. Passed a little. To the middle. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And as I watch Cole out there, Kevin, I just love the progression he's made. The young man's put the work in to improve his game and really only starting to scratch the surface.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
He hits one and misses one each at the line. For Cole Anthony, GA, this team believes in his future.
I mean, he's a competitive kid and knows how to play the right way. And now he understands how to play winning basketball. And that's no bias from me. That's just my analysis.
Williamson against Batum. Williamson, the pass to Holmgren. Poole against Simons. 5 to shoot. Poole kicks to Holmgren. And here's Anthony for 3. Good on the three-point shot.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
From deep, LeBron. And Holmgren pulls it down. Holmgren's got his 5th rebound in this one. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, the Blazers missed the playoffs last season for the first time in almost a decade. Coach Billups says, it's been a lot here so far, but I just know that I'm built for this. This is what I do, and it gives me the opportunity to stand up as a man to show that I can lead. I'm ready for it. Kevin?
I think he is, and he's embracing the challenge, which is fun to watch. David, thanks. James, no good.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
And stolen by James. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Nasir Little picks one up.
You see the physicality of LeBron. Doesn't fear absorbing contact on the way up.
The Trailblazers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And he makes the first. Hard to believe, Greg, last season, LeBron missing the playoffs for just the 3rd time in his career.
And Kevin, it almost felt surreal to not have him in the playoffs. I mean, this guy's been a fixture in the postseason for almost 2 decades now. Just another bullet on LeBron's incredible resume.
You look back at how the Blazers have drafted. They get a lot of value no matter where they pick. Great job of identifying and growing talent.
Now here is Conley. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Thompson, a screen on Simon. The kick out to Poole. A second chance effort. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Two big marks there, you're right. And the last two lottery picks for Portland before the latest draft, Lillard and McCollum.
And Kevin, McCollum has since moved on, but they have knocked it out of the park in the last decade. Great job of maximizing draft assets.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Hey, Steve, looking at the Utah Jazz, they've been so consistent during the regular season.
Kevin, but they haven't been able to carry this momentum into the postseason. This is a team that wants to win a title so badly, but they know they need to execute better during the playoffs.
GA, something that's kept Portland from getting over the hump is their defense.
Kevin, their defensive rating hasn't been pretty for several years. It's a point of emphasis for the Blazers going forward. Shore up the D and try and take that next step.
Staying aggressive on the offensive boards. Dedmon's a tough guy to box out there.
Jazz have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. And the Jazz call time here. Paul George really making a difference here.
You have to make it harder for him to score. Deny the ball, even double, whatever it takes to force someone else to beat you.
Now a chance to see the numbers for George. The past month has been surreal, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And no one's been able to guard him out there. Defender's been trying to get physical with him, but time and time again, he just shrugs him off and drills it. Little kicks to Poole. Thompson, a screen on Powell. Poole softly drops in the floater. Poole's got 16 points.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
The three from George. Rebound, Utah. Poole's got 4 rebounds in this game. Down low, Okongwu, the pass to Little. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The three from Poole. Portland grabs the miss. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
There were some unforced errors, but they also created some mistakes through their intensity on both ends.
Now, here's Poole. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Outside, Batum.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Poole against McConnell. Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
Really good hands. Thompson catches the ball well in traffic, then right up in rhythm.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
The pass to Okongwu. Poole on the wing. That one misses. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Next up for them, the Bucks in Milwaukee. And that'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. Here's Powell. He has 7. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. Now we have a moment to see the best rebounding teams in the league. Number 1, the Trailblazers.
They are tenacious when it comes to attacking the backboard. Physical, smart, and determined. No surprise to see them at the top of the ranking.
On offense, here are the Jazz. They're on an 11-3 run right now. Thompson outside. Pass to Poole. She's over Powell, and Poole gets it to go. Poole's got the lead up to 5 now for the Jazz.
Yeah, after a first quarter where they struggled from long range, they've really started to get it closer to the basket.
Puts up a 3, and it's sent back by Okongwu. Conley with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And here's Poole for 3. Again, the miss by Poole. And George kicks to McConnell. In the corner, Powell with it. That 3 off the mark. Jazz leading by 5. There's 1:40 left to play in the first half. Here's Thompson. And it's Portland with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
McConnell finds George. From downtown, Okongwu grabs the board.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Conley against McConnell. Conley gets the bucket. And the Jazz lead by 7.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Batum sets a screen for Powell. And nothing is falling for him right now. Utah's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. McConnell against Conley. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And for years, Mike Conley had an interesting title. The best player to never make an All-Star game. Well, that changed in 2021 when Conley was named an All-Star.
Powell, he's checked in for Portland. Alec Burks comes in for George. And a switcher also for Utah. Anthony's checked in.
He's an ultra-quick lefty with a great feel for how to run a team. Mike Conley is a tremendous asset for this franchise.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Here's Anthony. Dedmon with the block. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Inside, Conley dishes to Williamson.
And you can already see it. In his career, Zion is going to spend a lot of time at the line.
He shot 3 of 6 from the foul line.
Just hasn't found his form at the line here in the first half.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Williamson. And here's Burks. Passes it to McConnell. From deep three-point range, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Jordan Poole making highlights for the Utah Jazz. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. LeBron, what adjustments did they make to slow you guys down in the second quarter?
Man, it's a good team. It's a really good team, and they executed in the second quarter, made shots, and got to a rhythm. So
we'll see who wins the second half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Hello and welcome. First up, folks, let's take a moment to see how things are shaking down in the Rookie of the Year race.
You have to appreciate Cunningham's skill level at his size. A terrific ball handler, he creates shots against any level of defender, and he already has deep range.
Moving on. In that first half of basketball, things are looking pretty good for the Jazz.
It's obvious crashing the boards was a point of emphasis. They're rebounding by committee, and their dominance in that category is a key reason for this lead.
Their opponent needs to find some Windex because they need to start cleaning the glass.
Ooh, Ernie, I see how you did that.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. One half to go. Enzo Conley will bring the ball up for the Jazz. They lead by 7. We've got Anthony Simons. Batum is out there with Whiteside. Then it's Paul George. And it's LeBron in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Step back and squared up. Holmgren's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Utah. Three-pointer, Simon buries the long-range jumper.
Quick little pull-up right there. I like seeing Simon stop on a dime like this.
Pass to Poole. Nice ball movement by Utah. Williamson, the pass to Okongwu. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And checking out the numbers for Whiteside, what a run he's been on over the past few weeks. He's putting up about 8 points a game, 12 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. But you look at the rebound totals, and it's a big part of what he does for this team.
He has ferocity down low. He sets the tone for this club night in and night out.
Now here's Simons. At the elbow, Batum. Holmgren with the steal. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Back to Conley. And stolen by LeBron. And Simons has it in the corner. Six on the shot clock. And Holmgren pulls it down. Holmgren's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Poole. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And we've seen it for years. Despite their regular season success, the Jazz just unable to make much noise in the playoffs. Credit the front office for coming to terms with it and pivoting to a rebuild while they could get top value for their stars.
This is why Williamson's teammates love him. He makes them look good on these alley-oops.
Now here's James. He's got 9. Now George. Count that bucket. George has got 17.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Utah calls timeout.
And let's take a moment here to see some of the numbers for Holmgren. And he's among the top 15 in rebounding, just a powerful presence in the paint.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Let's go to our 2K leaderboard. 3-point shooting, where you expect to see some high percentages from the shooting guard position. And that's just what this group has provided. 5th best, Paul George.
You don't have to be a great shooter to play two guard, but it does help. And pretty much all of these guys fit into that great category.
And so consistent from the three-point range, too. That's what I love about them. Their long-range shooting is always going to be there. You know what they're going to give you from behind the arc.
Well, we know we're in the later stages of his career, but Steve, it's just simply incredible, mind-boggling, really, how athletic LeBron James remains.
Kevin, to put it frankly, we've never seen anything like this. He's still getting up with ease for some vicious throwdowns, a testament to how hard he works.
Here's George. They get it back. Here's Whiteside. Three-pointers, Simon. And the Trailblazers, another three.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Holmgren at the elbow. Here's Williamson. That one's off, still out of sync. Portland's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. No one near James as he lets it go. The shot's good on the assist by George. And now it's a 3-point Trailblazer lead. Outside Conley. Back to Williamson. And Williamson throws it down.
They just can't get stops against this guy. Zion too strong and too athletic.
The pass to Whiteside. And they double up Whiteside. Back to George. To the inside. And Holmgren pulls it down. The Jazz have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Over in the corner, Williamson. Outside Conley. Shot clock at 5. They set the pick. Goes back up. And Okongwu finishes it off. Okongwu's now got 6 points. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
And Batum kicks to Simons. Jacks up a 3. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Conley against James. Conley, the pass to Holmgren. The dish to Williamson. Over in the corner, Conley. And a miss there on the triple.
He really can't buy a bucket, but his teammates have his back.
James finds George. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Here's Holmgren. He has 7. The Jazz working the ball around now. Conley, the pass to Poole. Shoots the 3. Again, Conley missing.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Simons on the wing. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got 3 assists tonight.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now, here's Holmgren. They know he's going to give him a lift with his scoring. He's averaging 16 points a game. And it's Williamson missing. The Trailblazers have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. George with the ball. 17 points in the game. Puts it up. That one wide left.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
Batum against Conley. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Power and control from Zion. He's able to find a shot despite the foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Portland.
Smart ball handling from them in this one. Passing around to get ahead of the defense and putting it in the hands of ready shooters.
And also, guys, the confidence to keep taking the three. It's been falling, so they've got to keep going back to it.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Then for the Jazz, Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Holmgren. Nasir Little comes in for Okongwu. And Anthony subbed in for Jordan Poole.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
He's gone 7 of 10 from the free throw line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And he makes both free throws. Portland leading. Pass to Burks. Back to McConnell. He dishes it to Burks. Powell sets a screen for Burks. Just 5 to shoot. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Williamson. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And here's McConnell. Passes it to Burks. Kicks to Powell. McConnell against Anthony. Offensive rebound. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. The three-pointer no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And Williamson throws it down. As we approach the 4th quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Here's McConnell. Zion Williamson making his last shot. Now here's Powell. He's got 10. Burks for 3. Utah with the rebound. Williamson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Conley kicks to Anthony. Williamson right side. And Williamson throws it down.
We see it night after night. Zion, relentless assault on the cup.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Powell, no one around him. Another shot. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Dedmon.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Outside Conley. Shoots over Powell. And there's another one for the Jazz.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Pass to Powell. Burks on the wing from past the arc. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And Portland making a change here. James is checked in. Holmgren, he's checked in for Utah. Here's Holmgren. He's got 7. Over in the corner, Williamson. Outside Anthony. 6 to shoot. Launches a three. Cans it from downtown. Anthony's got 7.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
Burks a screen on Anthony. And here's LeBron outside. That's it, and he's 7 for 12 now in the game.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
The pass to Holmgren. Thompson with it. Pass to Williamson. Over Burks. That's good from Williamson on the assist by Thompson. Williamson's got 16 points here in the second half. Conley against Powell. Passes it to Powell. And here is LeBron. Over Anthony. A shot by LeBron. No good.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
Here's Anthony. That shot off. LeBron with some nice D. He got it up. No good on the last second attempt there. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Jazz out in front, up 5. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Trailblazers trail by 5. So on the floor for Utah. They've got Cole Anthony. Holmgren is out there with Okongwu. Then there's Jordan Poole. And it's Williamson in at the small forward position. And that one is good. 20 points for LeBron.
And making it look easy, LeBron overwhelms the defense inside.
Pass to Holmgren. Knocks it loose. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Dwayne Dedman. The Trailblazers shooting 40% from the field. And the pass to Powell. Pass to Batum. George against Williamson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
Strong take by Paul. He plays with great decisiveness.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Utah.
They are dominating the paint in this one. Consistent work inside throughout the game.
And you can't ignore their passing. All game long, they've done a great job of just delivering the ball in rhythm right where it needs to be.
In my opinion, one of the most talented two-way players of this generation. Paul George has stayed humble throughout his success and has shown that he is willing to do whatever it takes to win.
Good on both. And it's Anthony with the ball for Utah. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Poole. Now Holmgren. Anthony finds Williamson. Shot clock at 6. He takes it in. That one, no good. Good D by LeBron. Pass to Powell. Back to LeBron to take the lead. He's off on that one. The Jazz go the other way with it. Poole, the pass to Anthony. Williamson outside. Knocked away. Paul George with the steal. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Cole Anthony.
And such a physical player inside. LeBron doesn't fear contact on the way up.
And it's tied up with that one.
You know, at this point, I think we can call LeBron James timeless. The seasons change, but his game stays strong. He's a rare talent.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. The Jazz shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. The pass to Williamson. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. That's in there. Anthony with the assist.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
Now Simons. Here's James. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Clock at 6. Pass to George. Banked in off the glass. George has got 21.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Here's Williamson. And it's Portland with the rebound. George has got his 6th rebound on the night. There's the triple. Traps in the tray. George has got 7 now in this quarter.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Now here's Holmgren. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First free throw is good.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Whiteside's checked in for the Trailblazers. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Simons kicks to George. Lets it go from deep. It doesn't go for him. Jazz have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Bounce pass Anthony. Williamson against George. Back to Anthony. Okongwu with the screen for Anthony. Misses the J after tricking the D with the nifty pass fake. Anthony against Simons. Dishes it to Whiteside. Foul for 3. Drills it from outside.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Jazz trail by 5. Anthony with it. This is it to Poole. Williamson with it. Shot clock at 6. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. And here's Anthony from the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson.
All about converting your opportunities. He just hit his 2nd 3 of this half, 3rd of the night.
And here is Simons. On the wing, Batum. From the arc, and another 3 for Portland.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Outside Anthony. 14 feet away. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from Williamson.
He has gotten into a terrific groove here, trying to wheel his team back into this.
Batum screen on Anthony. Simons from outside. Hits the 3-point bomb. Simons has got 12 points here in the second half. Now here's Anthony. Pass to Okongwu. Here's Holmgren. To the paint. He's looking for Williamson and finds him. Over George. Misses off the right iron. Trailblazers leading by 6. Let's go. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Outside Anthony. Holmgren with it. He's picked up by Whiteside. Poole on the wing. From outside, off the mark. Trailblazers have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. Powell kicks to George. Simons from outside. And it's Utah with the rebound. Holmgren dishes to Williamson. Down low. There's the pass to Poole. Now here's Holmgren. Here's Williamson. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Williamson's got 6 here in this quarter.
Man, he's been on point, not forcing things, getting the most of his looks within the flow.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Guys, over the break, Chauncey Billups had some advice for his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
All right, thank you, David. Here's Powell. Pass to Simons. Over Anthony. The shot's good from Simons. Simons has got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers. Now Anthony passes to Okongwu. That shot no good. Great D that time from Batum. Simons against Anthony. Now here's Simons. Defense right on him. Whiteside sets the pick for Simons. Clock at 4. And too long on the shot. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Portland making a change here. James is checked in. And Utah also making a switch. Conley's checked in. Jazz trail by 8. Pass to Poole from outside the arc, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Now here is George. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
The defense on George a little too tight there. But to have any chance against him, you have to challenge him.
Just a solid contributor. Mike Conley has continued to age, and he looks far from done.
GA, he's terrific, especially at setting the pace and orchestrating an offense. Also solid at realizing how to get his teammates involved. A selfless distributor who looks to make his guys better.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And George drops them both. Jazz trail by 7. Williamson outside. Batum grabs the miss. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Trailblazers. James looking it over. Holmgren with the steal. The pass to Conley. Now Holmgren. Williamson left side. And finished off by Williamson.
And I got to say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Here's Powell following the bucket by the Jazz. LeBron kicks to Batum to the inside. Powell, the pass to Batum. Nailed from three-point land. Batum's got 6 here in this quarter.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Williamson, the screen. Pass to Holmgren. And here is Okongwu. And the shot goes in.
The explosiveness gets Zion through the contact. Defender didn't stand a chance.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Simons, he's checked in for Norman Powell. Outside, George. To the middle. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. Jazz trail by 6. Floats it up for Williamson. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Big one. Coach feels comfortable going to Zion when it matters.
James against Conley. Batum with the 3. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got 4 assists in the game.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Interesting approach coming down the stretch, looking to rack up points in chunks.
There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Conley. They get a hand on it. Just 5 on the clock. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Here's Holmgren. He kicks it to Williamson. Shot clock at 2.
Capable of guarding any position. LeBron is also skilled at just contesting shots.
Outside, Batum. Passes it to Simons. There's the 3. And they'll get another chance. And Holmgren pulls it down. Jazz trail by 7.
This has reached desperation time for them.
For them to have a chance, everything has to go right on both ends from this point on.
And for Portland, they're shooting at 44%. Pretty reasonable. Pass to Batum. On the wing, George. Over Conley. The shot by George, no good. Here's Holmgren. Williamson double team. Jazz passing it around. And here's Poole for 3. Money! And now they trail by just 4.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
And an intentional foul right there. And he commits the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Good job. Want to keep fueling that lead. Make your free throws.
And the Jazz call time here. They're trailing by 6. 32 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What's your take, guys?
An uphill climb. They need everything to break their way.
They also need to get the best shot you can as quickly as you can, and then immediately foul.
Now here is Conley. Okongwu with the screen for Conley over LeBron. Conley's shot is off, and now we've got the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
The first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. And here's Conley outside. Fires the three. Knocks down the trifecta.
And Conley is used to these tight spots, just keeping calm and drilling the shot.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're in front by 4. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Bring both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
And so it's Utah here with the ball. So the Trailblazers win it. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks very much, LeBron. You got after it on defense. You looked motivated.
You know, I heard it all from, is this the last that we've seen of LeBron and the fashion that he plays? And then defensively, he's not very good defensively. But you can't single me out. It will never be a possession where a coach or a teammate or a player on the opposing team will single me out defensively because I'm in tune with that side as well. So, we got a lot of guys that play the defensive side, and it's important for me to be on that side as well and take that challenge just as much as offensive.
Seems like you took some words to heart, man. Thanks. Back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. As we leave you with our New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.